His button.
Take your time. Pass!
Oh my God! Rashford!
What? Lost the button.
What's that? Look at the button.
I had too much to eat, didn't I?
That was good.
Very big problem.
So we have so much to come for you on this post-game show. We will try and bring you interviews as always. We're live in the Metropolitano. Remember, with Guillem, we'll always bring you interviews from the other stadiums as well. Analysis, highlights.
Stay with us.
The results of a certain poll.
Whoa.
We'll give you a
we've got a
lowdown
poll.
on
we're
which is
there.
better, new Micah, old Micah.
Come on.
Does his head look bigger now or then?
wow.
You know,
The jury is still out.
Deadly serious, right? I asked him before privately, as he knows we're a good friend. I think.
Hold on. You just said key word, privately.
Oh. I think where your hair starts to your eyebrows is definitely shorter.
Oh my God. Should we get a measuring tape?
Honestly, God, I think we should.
So what are you trying to say?
When you look at the picture, from where his eyebrow is to the top bit, if you put the picture up of the two of them, no, the one where... Remember
We know what to do. Emily, our stylist, is sure to have a measuring tape in her kit bag. So
Look,
we'll ask Emily.
Look where his...
Go
I
from
think his eyebrow...
in real time, though.
I mean,
We don't
how
want to
is
be
that possible?
confused.
What
He's scrunching his forehead. This is a bad example.
I'm
He's
saying,
scrunching his
how'd you do
forehead.
it?
We'll bring in a measuring
But
tape.
his-
We'll make
his
it
eyebrows
official.
are raised
How'd you get your hairline lower?
My eyebrows are raised.
Oh.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, look. See?
Are you starting
So
to
what's
feel
that
uncomfortable
spray?
about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
conversation?
You know what I mean? I feel
What's
bullied.
that spray thing that you talk about?
A spray?
No, you always say to people, I don't understand. What is, like you say,
Yeah, it's like fibres.
so is that it?
No, this is...
Fills in the gaps. Yep. All right, well, on that high note, we are going to go to a break. Make sure you join us for a full hour. We will talk other things. Oh, look,
Really want
hold
to
on.
get- no.
We've got a tape
Oh,
measure.
yes, come on, bring it in,
later,
bring it in.
No, we've got to do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Now we do it
Should we
after
do it
the
now?
break. We do it after the break. Stay with
We'll
us,
do it after the
everybody.
break.
Stay with us.
Back. It is so good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us in our studio in London. Kate Scott, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards. Come and join us. We're so glad you're
Join
here.
us.
Yes. So we're going to start with your button's still there. It's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
It's gone. So we're going to talk about Benfica and Barcelona because it was an incredible game. Maybe not for those most tuned into the tactics and everything, but it was just a chaotic,
Not only
fun
me.
game
you
to
can't
watch.
tell me that if you conceded 4 goals, you would have been happy.
No.
Thank you, bye.
No, that wasn't really the question, though. The question was
No,
just
but
if-
I'm just saying, not only me, you concede 4 goals, bye. Nobody will be happy. Sorry.
Anyway, should we go through the goals and take a look and enjoy ourselves with the
Yes, come
highlights?
on. Come on,
Come on.
Thierry,
No,
do you want to go first?
No, I think Thierry was
But no, it's
talking
real.
about this high line. We've talked about Barcelona before, and they just make it so difficult for themselves. But take nothing away from the cross and the finish, good movement in the box.
It's a great connection,
and
isn't it?
Pavlidis, the way he connects it, just guides it into the net. Put them 1-0 up, Jamie. Then we
Yes.
got the second.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you remember, Barcelona made it 1-1 through an, obviously the penalty incident wasn't there, and they made a really poor start to the game. We talked about the high line, balls in behind them as well. Potential penalty check, and
Did you think it was a pen?
yeah, it was a penalty.
Yep.
Yeah,
Unballed it.
you just need a couple of looks at it to make sure he gets the right decision. That's the whole point of VAR. And Lewandowski, Thierry called it as well, where he was going to put it. He was going to
Great
open.
pen.
But then it was your man. He made it 2-1.
That's a great-
You like the
Yeah.
look of this fella, don't you?
Pavlidis. Thierry, talk us through this
Same
one.
thing again. Ball in behind. If you call that a great game, I mean, that's seriously. I mean, but anyway,
I know,
that's a
said it,
mistake.
hate
That's
it.
a raw. That's
Once
a raw
you get a bee
mistake.
in your bonnet.
It is a raw mistake that Pavlidis took advantage of. Any ball in behind in the first half was almost a chance for Benfica.
Then to get the hat-trick before half-time, that's what dreams are made of in the Champions League. I mean, the goalkeeper is shocking again. That's Szczesny, isn't it?
It is.
He's always been an average goalkeeper.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
No, he is. And then it's a penalty,
Sticks it away nicely.
3-1. And when you're going 3-1 up, I mean, you probably think, I know it's still, obviously, just over the half-hour mark that you think maybe the game is...
But then, look at this. Goalkeeper, what are you doing? You've worked so hard to get in front. I know you want to play out from the back, but this is ridiculous. This is what Thierry's talking about. Mistake
You know what?
mistake after
I'm with
mistake.
Thierry. I disagree with Kate. I'm with Thierry.
Oh, wow.
Another mistake.
Another mistake. I mean, people who don't understand football would enjoy this game. But no, it's another poor mistake. But another penalty. It has been a mess, this game, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been very open, hasn't it? I mean, I'm not too sure that was a penalty, for being honest, but this man, Lewandowski...
What a player.
He's been a top player throughout the years. Opens again, sticks it in the back of the net. Then...
Garcia, everyone forgot about him. You can see him creeping on the second post. Great delivery. 4-4. What a header.
Yes.
And then the moment comes. Garcia makes it 4, and this man,
I mean, look at
this.
The goalie again.
It's just
Chesney.
a catalogue of mistakes.
Who played that pass, by the way?
Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres, and then the composure here. I'm shooting pass. I'm saying pass, but he shoots instead. The confidence he has comes on his stronger foot, and what a finish that is in the dying moments of the game. What a win.
Thierry, can I ask you a question? I know you were saying that you felt the game was poor, there was lots of mistakes in it, but on a serious note, you know the Barcelona press or the reaction after that game, would that be seen as a positive because they won? Would there be a lot of negativity around the game?
Of course it will be a positive, and like I said to you, being able to come back in the game, it doesn't matter. It's outstanding, especially away from home in the Champions League when you're 4-2 down. You know, what I was trying to say is when you go as a coach in the dressing room after, you're not going to be too happy about what happened in the entire game. This is what I meant. Coming back, doing that is outstanding, but a lot of the goals came on mistakes. So what are we talking about with great games? A great game was Atletico against Leverkusen. That's where you dig in, and that was a great game. Now, I said to you, if you go back, you watch the goals, you almost don't want to watch them. You have to go through what we didn't do well or not. That's the point I was trying to make.
But to Jamie's
point...
Are you
listening to that, Kate?
Yes, I was. Thanks very much. Yes. I was going to say, to Jamie's point, will the pressure still persist on Hansi Flick?
Yeah, because I don't know if it's on Hansi Flick himself, but as a team, I'm just saying you still conceded 4 goals. And goals that were avoidable. And you managed to come back. The spirit was there. The coming back was there. But you should never be in that situation in the first place. There should be a tiny bit more control. Having said that, like I said to you, in Barcelona, things are always overanalyzed. So, again, you won, you come back, you're going through, well done. But obviously, conceding 4 is not normal. And if you, as I said, if you flip it to Benfica, as you saw, the coach there was going crazy because it's almost unacceptable to be 4-2 up and losing the goal 5-4. The game 5-4, sorry.
Another 2 bad examples of a high line. The man on my left. And Barcelona in Portugal. I mean, it's not right, is it? I mean, that should be a poll. Who's got the worst high line? Hansi Flick or Micah Richards?
But I thought you said he's got a low line now.
Did I get that wrong? Did I get that wrong?
I thought I'd let you have it.
Anyway, you did make a good point because you referred to the fact that Barcelona go through. Yes, they have confirmed themselves to be in the top 8.
It is outstanding. It will go down in history of the best comeback. I'm just saying, as a coach, it's an absolute nightmare when you watch it the day after.
Belgium would never play like that, would they?
We've not talked about Liverpool for a while, are we? Are we going to talk about Liverpool today?
Should we talk about Liverpool?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Welcome back. Yes, it is time. Let's reveal the results. We asked you, the audience at home, does Micah look better now? Is it new Micah for you? Is it old Micah for you with a couple of inches more hair and more height? What did you think? Let's reveal the results of the poll. Old Meeks. It's a landslide, Micah.
Oh,
78.
big Meeks.
You're shocked?
You tried.
Way to kill someone's confidence.
You tried.
Wow, I tried
Wow.
it. Didn't work, did it?
Oh, stop it.
Yes, I think we should.
You want to measure it?
Yeah.
What, you think I've been to Turkey?
See, something's not right.
What do
How
you
are
mean
you gonna
something's not
measure-
right?
How are you going to
How
measure
are you
the
going to
old
measure my
one?
old head?
Yeah, that's
No,
what
but,
I'm saying.
in 2 months' time, when he comes back for the semi-final, we'll get to measure the tables again.
Put it right.
Stop putting your
What did you
eyebrows
laugh
up.
like
All right, go on.
Stop moving
Are you
your
okay? There's
eyebrows.
something in your throat. Are you okay, Peppa Pig?
I'd say bang
You're
on
right.
2.5 inches.
2.5 inches. So remember that.
2.5 inches.
2.5 inches.
Mine is limitless. You don't need to. Mine is limitless. Mine is limitless. I need a spare one. Mine is limitless.
Oh, well, that was fun.
2.5.
One thing that we do want to remind you guys.
1%.
I know.
Wow.
70 what?
1%. 70 old meats. Well, 78%.
1.
Oh my
I
God.
think, yeah. If I, whatever.
It's going to be a long climb back up, isn't it, Micah?
And it was Barcelona who took all 3 points, guaranteeing themselves a place in the last 8 and an automatic qualification spot as Benfica dropped down the table down to 18th. It's been an incredible evening. When you say that there's a game that has everything, this game had everything. In fact, it's the first time in European Cup history that a match has finished 5-4. But I'm not sure, as crazy as it was, that anyone really saw it coming.
No way did we see that. The lack of quality defending, but you can't predict that scoreline. You can't predict a game like that and the incidents that were involved. And like I said, the lack of quality in some of the defending. But again, there's so much to talk about. You can dissect it in any which way you want. You can applaud the mentality of Barcelona to come back from that deficit is unique. But also then you could criticise Benfica for letting it slide. But again, there's so many things to go through.
So many things to go through. Let's start at one. I mean, there's 9 goals to go through and other incidents as well. So let's start at 1-0. This was Vangelis Pavlidis, who, of course, has tortured England in the past, scored after 2 minutes here. And you thought, well, this is a great start for the home side.
Yeah, it was a good start. Carrera's out there wide, putting in a great ball, and Pavlidis gets across his marker. And it's a really good finish. You expect that with somebody from his quality. And it got them up and running. But, I mean, as we know, there were so many goals and so many incidents. I mean, this, for me, look, Balde, he gets there first. I don't even think he's getting onto that. It's a little bit soft. Yes, there's contact, but I just don't feel that every contact is a foul. And he goes over to Mona and you know what he's going to do. He's always going to give it. And Lewandowski,
He's always going to score.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. And look, by this point, we're only 13 minutes into the game and you're thinking, oh, well, this could go either way. And then Wojciech Szczesny, look, a seasoned professional at Arsenal, been at Juventus, now here with Barca. I mean, it's actually beggars belief that he's actually committed a couple of these errors that led to the next 2 goals. Who's going to talk us through them? Jolie, you go for it.
Yeah, just watching it, as I said, he's actually picked up the flight of the ball, but just that's all he's thought about and that's all he's seen and not recognised. Balde's in control. There's been no communication, and he's not only trying to just take control, he's wiped him out. That's the thing, he's actually volleying it away from his goal, which is a crazy decision in itself to actually not just bring it down. But yeah, it's a poor decision.
2-1 at that point, and then another goal as well. There was a Pavlidis penalty as well, and that was also from a Szczesny error as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is just another rush of blood. It's not long after. I think somebody of his experience should know that he can't dive out in that manner.
Did he just lose his head at this point? Because it feels like it, doesn't it?
I feel like he did. See, the first one, we were actually laughing as defenders, thinking you'd be raging because you'd have it under control for your keeper to come out and completely wipe you out, and then that happens after. You're thinking, just calm down.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get himself or rectify the first mistake, and he ends up making another one.
And making another one, which isn't the plan or the name of the game, but that's how it ended up. So at half-time, it was 3-1, and you think Benfica have this one in the bag. And then, let's look at the second half. It goes to 3-2, Rafinha with a header. But again, it's the circumstances around it. The goalkeeper gets an assist here.
Yeah, I think just before that, he'd made a great save and looked to be composed. And again, he's trying to play a ball up front. And then Rafinha, whether he actually means that, knows much about it, who knows? But it's a great execution.
Great execution from Rafinha. Unfortunate for the goalkeeper, the Benfica goalkeeper. And then Unfortunate for Araujo as well. Just when you think it couldn't get worse for Barcelona, this happens. Again, another great professional.
Yeah.
And
Benfica
it happens.
well.
Mistakes happen.
Of course. I mean, I asked Julian if he'd ever done it. I know I've done it as well. So, look, he's just trying to get in, get a block in. Can Chesney there speak to him and just say, like, it's his ball and come out and be commanding and jump all over it, and Araujo can get out the way. So, look, it happens. He's just trying to put the block on there, but it just doesn't come off, unfortunately, for him.
OK, well, that was at 68 minutes. And then, I suppose you could say this one's a dubious penalty. Let's take a look at this particular incident. 78 minutes.
This is softer than the others. Again, it's very slight. There's minimal contact. And me and Alan were talking there. His legs have gone from underneath him. He hasn't pulled him enough to do that, to warrant that. But again, when you've given Lewandowski a penalty, he was pretty quiet throughout the game, but he was always going to convert.
You know when somebody pulls you by the neck or the shirt or whatever, you go back the way, where Yamal actually just crumbles and falls down the way, like he lifts his leg up. So I thought it was soft, but again, you're giving the ref a decision to make in that situation.
Yeah, and look, at this point, I'm sure the nerves would have been jangling for the home faithful. On 86 minutes, this happens.
Yeah, again, he came on, and at still this point, you're thinking, Barcelona have got to give everything to get back into this game. And they've done that. They've flooded the box, took a short corner. Again, probably not rehearsed, but recognised there's an opportunity. And Eric Garcia came on, and a great timing of the run and a great header.
Yeah, to only be on the pitch, 13 minutes and then come up with that. But, I mean, we're sitting watching this and you're actually shocked watching it, and it gets to like 4 each and you're thinking, why are Barcelona flying forward? Why are they trying to win it? Like, they're in a good position, but they kept on trying and kept on going for it, and it worked out.
And it did work out in their favour. And Angel Di Maria did have, I mean, he was a doubt actually for this game, but he did come on. He did almost have a chance to win it for the home side. But then, this is where the drama happened, right? As if we hadn't seen enough drama already. In the closing moments of this game, you would think, from the incidents previously, that this may be given as a penalty for the home side. It wasn't. It looked as though some of the Benfica players were still wondering what the referee would be giving there. But this is where Barcelona took the opportunity to break, and then Rafinha does what Rafinha does best.
Yeah, fair play to Rafinha, because he plays to the whistle, as the old cliche goes, and executes. But for me there, he's goal side of the defender, so there's no reason for him not to want to shoot or get a shot off, but to then be pushed forward and then back the way. The ref not give anything, and Rafinha, like I said, he's played to the whistle and took his opportunity.
And this was on 96 minutes, and it wasn't even over at this point, because while they were celebrating that goal, a penalty check was taking place at the same time.
That was probably the easy decision out of the two to make, to call play back and to give this a penalty. That would have been a massive decision for VAR. So I think the easy decision to stick with the referee that he gave and play on. But let's give credit to Torres as well, who played an exceptional pass to Rafinha.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a crazy game when you run through it again and you're just looking at all the situations. But for me, I think that as a penalty, it's one of those decisions where it's probably worse than some of the others. And then, unfortunately for Benfica, they run up the other end of the pitch and Rafinha slots away the goal. So, some game, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable, hasn't it? Really unfortunate for Benfica, because they did put up such a great fight. And you said that Barcelona were the great entertainers before this game. They certainly proved that, didn't they, Alan?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what, 26 goals or something they've scored in the games.
They're the top scorers, actually, in this as well. It's funny because they basically they've not had great form in the league. They've only won one game in their last 8 in La Liga. They had a 1-1 draw against Getafe at the weekend. Really uninspiring, actually, in that game. But then it just shows that, and it's probably the same mentality as Real Madrid, that they...
And it's not spun off the grass. You know, all that wet coming down. You think a long ball like that, you're going to have to go long and you have to put some backspin. He's volleyed it. I thought that would have run out of play. But it's just Barcelona's night. It's an absolutely beautiful game of football.
Best game I've seen, says Nosotros, in a very long time. Unbelievable entertainment. Jonas has been in touch. Barcelona Benfica might just play the wildest football match I've ever seen in my life. Take your point. Absolutely, Jonas. It was wild in every positive sense. We talked about in 20 years from now, proper classic UEFA Champions League game. Again, agree with that European lad. It was spellbinding, really. We were watching so much because that's the beauty of doing this programme on a night like this. But it was mesmeric stuff.
Look, from the first, even from the kick-off, it was, end to end, and you're thinking, okay, this is a great game. But, there's been a lot of criticisms maybe within the Premier League of managers playing a certain way and sticking to it. And Barcelona, like Joe mentioned, high line, attacking football, it does leave them vulnerable, and they rely on outscoring everyone, and we saw that tonight. But credit to them, this young team found a way with a few senior players.
Yeah.
But, I think Benfica won't be sleeping tonight. I think they'll be thinking, now have we scored 4 and lost?
Yeah, well,
yeah, good question. If you look at Barca's Champions League phase record, James, they slipped up on the opening day against Monaco, had a man sent off quite early and ended up losing the game. But since then, they've kind of found a way in every game. Is it sustainable, this, or is it just a wild ride?
I mean, I think it would exceed expectation for them to win the Champions League. I think even last year beating Napoli was seen as kind of progress, sort of getting out the group stage and then progressing into further into the knockout stages. I think you can't forget just kind of how chaotically run Barcelona are. In that, a few weeks ago we've had this kind of, that guy we signed in the summer, Dani Olmo, who won the Euros for Spain, we can't register him anymore. Oh, can we register him? We've got to appeal that. Now he's injured. All that kind of chaos, Hansi Flick's managing. And, as Sid, who was there in Lisbon for, was saying, the youth in this team. Back when it was Pep taking over in 2008, he was the Barcelona B coach who brought through the likes of, sort of Pedro, Busquets. Obviously we saw Messi go to another level under him. They're having to rely on, I think, some of these young players from their academy because of that financial situation that they've inherited. It's a different situation.
Yeah.
So to have, the likes of Kubasi, who's been playing now there for a year, really impressing. Gavi back from his injury, Pedri back from playing 300 games in his first season as a teenager. Marcus Yamal, it's a lot to expect those players. And as with all young teams, there are ups and downs. But I think Hansi, regardless of what people think of his style, you have to remember the way Barca is being run at the moment. That's a very difficult thing to have a control of. And I think what he's done in his first season so far is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and maybe a bigger threat in this competition than they are in La Liga, given that they are up and down, but could be the ultimate cup team and will be very good when they all grow up.
Yeah, indeed.
Great game, although Benfica may disagree. OK, short break, after which our journey